everyone, welcome back. It's another reading vlog and I'm excited. Because I'll be reading A Torch Against the Night, which is the second book in the, I don't know if this has like a series title, but it's the second book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I'm also buddy reading this one with Aramis again, and I'm super excited because the first one went so well and she has planned out how much we'll be reading in this chapter, which is a lot similar to the ones that we had planned out in the first book, which is awesome. We're reading just like however many pages a week to try to get it done within a month, and I'm falling behind really bad this first week, so I don't know how I haven't talked to her lately to see how far she is because I haven't been reading very well. This was my first week back at work. Today's Saturday. We finished the first book on Monday, and I just haven't had a whole lot of time or energy to read, and so she's bearing with me on this one. I think she's probably been able to read a little bit more than I have. I need to see if she's at the first part yet. I've made some progress on it. Like, I'm on page 30, on 30, which is chapter 5. So I'm 5 chapters in. I think our checkpoints are like 113 pages a piece. So I have quite a bit of reading to do, but they're such fast reads that I'll be able to meet our goal easily enough. Yeah, so the first book was great. The reading vlog went well. The buddy read went really well. So we're gonna read the whole series together and buddy read them. So I'm gonna do a vlog for each one because I just think it's really fun, and the series is really good so far. What's happened so far in this one is that, okay, so one thing I like about this book, since I'm coming straight from the first book, is that it picks up like immediately where we left off at the end of the first book. And so they were in the tunnels trying to escape Blackcliff, and soldiers were coming after them. They ran into an Efrit, I think that's what they're called, I can't remember. And then like bombs were still going off, so blowing up the tunnels, and then they got out and are in like the little town, but the commandant has followed and found them basically. And they go to this little cabin that was Elias's grandfather's that they thought was hidden from the commandant because the commandant's his mom, and she knew about it, and now they have just kind of like overtaken her. Not really, he knocked her out, and they are going to keep going, but Elias thinks that she let them go. And so I need to text Aramis this because I think that this could potentially be like a Throne of Glass. This is gonna be a Throne of Glass spoilers, by the way. Also, this entire vlog is going to be very spoilery of this, so if you haven't read it, it's gonna be full spoilers. But Throne of Glass spoilers right now, I think this could potentially be like a King of Adarlan situation where he had made a deal and wasn't really himself. And so I think maybe the Commandant had made a deal with the Nightbringer, but or something like along the lines, it's kind of taking over her because she's got the tattoo that just says always Victo. In their family motto is always victorious. And so I'm wondering if it's like, I wonder if she had always victorious and then like it's slowly eating away. So like, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like maybe there's some type of, she's really kind of good underneath. But then I don't know, because the first book she was just like her very sadistic. So maybe I'm wrong. But I do want to let Aramis know that little theory of mine. So I'll read quite a bit today. I'll try to catch up today. I haven't read much the last couple days. I've been reading, this is totally off topic, but I've been listening to The Lord of the Rings, read by Andy Serkis, and I have been absolutely loving it. Like, loving it. I've been listening to it on my commute, and like last night I was folding all of his clothes because we're switching out sizes, and I just listened to it and it was fantastic. Anyway, that was it. I'll probably check in at the next checkpoint because I've got a ways to go, and I don't know when that will be. So happy Easter tomorrow. Okay, before I forget to mention this theory that I had it in the first book and I forgot to put it in my vlog. So we don't know who Elias's father is, but I kind of think that it could potentially be Spiro Telluman. I feel like there's a lot of arrows pointing that could be, because the Telluman blades that Elias has, he's the only one that has them. Spiro won't make them for the Commandant. She wants him to make blades. That's one of my theories. So before I get too far into this and maybe potentially find out who his father is, I wanted to like say that. Hey, it's been a hot minute. It's been almost a week and a half since I've updated you on this. I finally hit the first checkpoint. I'm on chapter 25. No, I'm on chapter 15. I can't read. All these chapters are in Roman numerals, and my brain. Once it gets past 30, I don't know. No, I don't know. I struggle. Anyway, I've hardly read it all. This past week, today is Monday. I worked this past weekend, and then the week before that was my second week of work. So I've been working, and it's just been like, I've just been really busy, especially when I work till like 5 or 7 and I get home and I basically have to just take over parenting. Well, not take over, but like, usually I want to nurse right away, and then being able to put him down, because he goes down around like right at 7. Like last night I put him down at 7 or 6:55, and so I get home and I have to like put him down, and then I want to eat dinner at some point, and then kind of tidy up, and then if I have to work the next day, I gotta like prepare. So I just haven't really read a whole lot. It's all right. I am planning on reading quite a bit today. I haven't even read my other books that I'm reading. I'm like falling behind, and I knew that would be the case with April. I could either read a lot or it would be a struggle. And so I think it's just finding that work-home balance when I can read whatever. We're working on it. So, A Torch Against the Night. It is kind of a slower start. It started off like immediately, like I'd said, where the first book left off, and then Elias and Laya have just been like traveling and trying to escape. They're on their way to Cough Prison, but like with the Elias poison, it was kind of a hindrance, so they had to like get the medication for it, but apparently like it's not going to heal him fully. And then he keeps seeing I forget what he keeps calling her. Let me figure it out quick, because he just talked to her. The Soul Catcher. He keeps talking to the Soul Catcher in like this like weird in-between realm. I'm very curious about really what that's about. And then I don't remember if I mentioned Laya can turn invisible. So I'm curious about like what her powers are. I think it has to do with her armlet, because it's silver, and all of the like fae creatures, like the whites and the efforts and everything, like they keep begging for silver. So I think it has to do with her armband, and it like enhances magic or something. So that's kind of interesting. They just ran into, well, they didn't run into, they were being tailed by Keenan and Izzy, and I just have to say, Keenan is so annoying. I want him out of the picture. I don't want him to be a part of this book anymore. I don't know. I really, really, really am liking Elias and Laya's friendship, relationship, whatever together, and I just want Keenan gone. So that's where I'm at right now. Apparently, Keenan and Izzy are gonna go with them to Cough, which I think is stupid. I love Izzy though. Izzy can go, that's fine. And then the other thing that's been really interesting is Helene's point of view as Bloodstrike. So she is now trying to tail Elias, and is kind of on to the Commandant, and like knowing that the Commandant had let them go. And I don't know, I just think it's interesting. So now Marcus is engaged, betrothed to Helene's sister Hannah, who is a total jerk. I don't think I like her, but I really like her other sister Livy. But really nothing else has happened. Like they're just, I don't know, a segue. The story is like kind of a segue into what's really gonna happen. So hopefully it starts to get a little more action-packed. Right now it's not very action-packed. So we'll see. I'm going to try to read quite a bit today. So I'll probably check in at our next stopping point. So I'll check in there and we'll see what's happened if I get there today. If not, I'll see you whenever I get to part 2. Hello. It's been a while. The last time I talked about where I was in this book was like April 17th. It's currently June 2nd. It's just been hectic with work and everything, so I just have not had time to read or do anything. Although I have been reading. So last time I checked in, I think Marcus was engaged to Helene's sister. So anyway, Helene's been chasing Elias. Elias and Laya and Keenan and Izzy were all traveling in the caravan, and then they actually separate. So Elias went on his way to Koff. Everyone else kept going with the caravan, slowly following behind, and Helene's just been like all over. So anyway, I haven't even like talked to you about my suspicions and everything, but I have to now before I get further into the story. So I've been telling Aramis all this time that I hate Keenan. I think he's sleazy. I think he is bad. I've always thought he was a spy or like working with the Empire, which apparently I just found out was true. So the chapter I just read, so I'm on part 3. I didn't even catch up with you guys at part 2, and then I kept ahead till part 3. It was kind of slow up until a few chapters ago, so I don't feel super bad for not checking in. But Elias is in Koff prison. He has been interrogated by the warden. He just broke into Darren's cell and has been getting information. The warden is only asking about Laya, so I can only assume that they know that Laya is something like yin related. I don't know how to pronounce that. Something supernatural, because she can turn invisible, which now he knows. So I think the warden is even more... Okay, so Keenan knows that she can turn invisible. That means the warden knows. Okay, my mind is just like reeling right now. I hate the warden. I need him to die ASAP. He is awful. I love Elias. I think... Okay, so Helene and... Okay. There's so much to talk about. Harper, I love him. I think he's going to fall in love with Helene, and I think they're going to become allies, like good allies, because he was a spy for Karis, the Commandant, but not anymore, because he was supposed to kill Helene, because the Commandant is, like, behind everything. She is killing all of the scholars. It's almost giving me, like, World War II vibes, even though I know this is based off of some story she read about in Pakistan, or like news story in Pakistan. And so she's killing scholars, and Avitas was her spy, but like not. And I think they're gonna work together. So anyway, they are at the cave that Elias is going to outside of Koff. I think Helene is somehow going to get into Koff, get to Elias, and I think she's going to use her healing powers to save both Elias and probably Darren. For sure Elias, because he's going to die otherwise, and I don't think he dies. Oh my gosh, Izzy died, and that about broke my heart, but it was I'm really glad we got some like closure with her in the waiting room, waiting space, whatever that's called. Anyway, I can't believe I knew Keenan was bad, but the connections that Elias just made in this chapter was, I can't. I texted Aramis and I was like, please catch up to me right now because I need to talk about this. It's crazy. And it's like finally starting to get really good where I don't want to put it down. So anyway, Aramis has been a saint with how slow I've been reading because, like I said, I just have had zero time lately. But this is starting to get really good where I just want to read and read and read. So I'm going to keep reading. If any new crazy developments happen, I will let you know. For now, really, it's just they've been going to Koff. Now they're like all at Koff. And Keenan is outside of Koff. Like he's bringing her to, he's bringing Laya to the warden. And I don't know why. I don't know what they want with her. I don't know what she is. It's getting really good. I just read slightly ahead. Keenan's the Nightbringer? Okay, that I didn't see coming at all. Laya had just given Keenan her armlet, and I'm so mad that she took it off. Hello! So, I just finished it. Aramis is about to finish it. She's actually just about to find out that Elias and Harper are siblings. So, first of all, what the heck? She's probably gonna text me in a minute. Okay, so the ending of this book is freaking nuts. So much happens. I don't even remember what I had mentioned yesterday when I had checked in. So Elias, he died. I didn't think that was actually going to happen. He dies, goes to the waiting place, and Sheva and him, like, switch. Like, he becomes a new... I don't even know what he's called. The words are escaping my mind. He basically is now in control of the waiting place. So Darren got out. Taz, I love Taz. He's so cute. He killed the warden, which was so happy that he's dead because he's awful. And now they need to go do that to Karis, aka the Commandant, because she's awful too, and I do not like her. Helene's whole family's dead except for Livy. I'm so glad Livy is alive. I was really nervous about that. Like, I did not want her to die because I loved her. And even though Hannah is not very nice, it really did break my heart when she was, like, crying out to hell and being like crying out to hell and, like, saying, I'm sorry and everything. And then she dead. So thankfully, Livy's alive. The Commandant, I don't understand. Keenan is the Nightbringer. I think I talked about that because I'm pretty sure I did. He's the Nightbringer. I don't know if I actually did talk about that. I talked about how he was with the warden, but turns out he's actually the Nightbringer, which I did not see coming. I knew Keenan was bad. Like, I just knew. I thought for sure that he was the spy, which she ends... Oh my gosh, Aramis just texted me, Harper. I know. I knew Keenan was bad, and I figured he was the spy. I just never in my life would have expected him to be the Nightbringer. And then the armlet, the star fragment, star shard, he now has. So I'm curious about more of those. Aramis and I are talking about this too. We definitely think that the necklace that her father gives her as he's about to die is a star shard. I definitely think that's true. Laya figures out her invisibility trait and all these things. So I'm gonna reply to Aramis really quick, and then I'll give kind of my final thoughts on this. Okay, I texted her. I still think Spyro Tellyman could be their dad. And I hope that he is because I really like him. I want to go back to the first book when Laya is like taking the messages to him and like spending time with him to see if there's anything that might give away that they are related. Did he go to Blackcliff? I can't remember. And it's taking everything in me not to just get on the wiki page and read Elias's like father. I really want to know. I'm trying not to spoil it. I really want to though. Okay, so this took me 2 months to read, and I'm so glad that Aramis is the best reading buddy on the planet because she reads slowly with me. It took me forever to like really get back into this. It didn't help that the beginning of this, like literally 60% of this book was pretty slow. It finally picked up around probably the 60-65% mark, and then it started to get more action-packed and busy. And that's just part of being the second book in the series. So it was hard to like be pulled into reading it, and I just didn't have time. I've got a 5-month-old. I started back at work where I'm working 4 to 6 days a week, and it's really hard to find time to read. So super glad I got this finished. I would give this like a 4.25 stars. As far as the plot goes, I think I liked the first book more, but I liked the information. Like, I liked everything that was revealed in this book. I'm very curious as to who Marcus is communicating with, because he's definitely communicating with somebody, and I'm kind of wondering if it's his brother's spirit, sort of, some type of thing like that. I don't know. He's doing weird magic-y stuff too. I just don't know what. Yeah, I want Hel and Harper to be a thing. I really like them. And I think that's pretty much all my thoughts as of right now. I kind of have a feeling like Elias is going to use the spirits on that side and somehow help with the rebellion and the like taking down the empire kind of thing. The other thing is in the very last chapter, it's Elias' chapter. She's talking about how Elias kind of comes and goes with the forest because they're in the forest of dusk. And it said that he's been talking, like he's troubled by a spirit, and that it's female, and I think it is Hel's sister Hannah. So I kind of think that Hannah's gonna be kind of another like a character that kind of comes into play more as a spirit, and she's not able to cross because she's very like she just can't find peace because of everything that happened and all that. So I'm very curious how that's gonna go. I hope that shows up. Very ending, Darren wakes up because he was kind of in a coma. So we're gonna see how he and Laya like have a little reunion. I'm so excited. And I just want to hear all of Darren's stuff. And I'm just like, I'm so excited. And Cook is being more important. She's been popping up throughout this, and I still think that she is the lioness. I think she is Darren and Laya's mom. So we'll see how that goes. But maybe Darren can kind of enlighten us on that. I don't know. I'm very excited for that though. So anyway, great book. I cannot wait to start A Reaper at the Gates. I will be doing a reading vlog on that as well. I'm sure Aramis will too. So hopefully we'll get these up kind of around the same time. If hers is up, make sure to check out Aramis's video, her reading vlog. If it's not up before mine, I will link it once hers is up. So go check her out. She's awesome. She is Moose Talks Books. I love her. So check her out. Get her thoughts on it. Read along with us. It's great. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for listening to me ramble. And I'll see you guys all in my next video.